So to make things easier, you have your data reports information here. So what you want to do is click on Start New Thread. Okay, scroll down a little bit and enter your subject. Remember, you're using the school. Let's say I'm going to use 3rd grade. And let's see, Pope 3rd grade, and what was the other part? School's name, grade level, type of school. Well, it's elementary, so you can put elementary. So if you're doing middle school, then you put the middle school. That's the type of school it may be. Now, if it's a private school or a child care center, you want to put that. So I'm going to put public elementary school. If you're using a private school, then put private school, private elementary school, whatever it may be. A charter school, child care center, those are the things you want to include there, the type of school. Okay, so the first thing you want to put here is demographics. Okay, so you can put here the demographics. Now, I will allow you, if this allows you to do copy and paste. Okay, if it allows you to do that, I'm fine with it. I would put, you could put the state and district numbers in there if you want. So copy, and then you can paste it. Okay, now let me see if it'll give you another paste, because sometimes paste is plain text. There, that's better. If you want to remove the other percentages, the district and the state, you can do that. And just go in here and just remove them, because to be honest with you, it just looks a little bit confusing if you have too many numbers. And just keep it as the numbers of the students and then the percentage. You can do that. You can also, for demographics, you want to put the special populations in here. Okay. Now, the reason why it's not letting it's not letting you copy only one column is because it copies all the way across. That's unfortunately how it works. And then you can put in here plain text. Okay, and then go back in here and remove the 2 percentages that you don't need, the district and state percentages. Those are not really that necessary. Okay. So you can go and do that in here. Okay. And then other pieces of information you might want to add are class sizes. I think that's good information to put in here for elementary. Okay, so you're going to have to pick and choose. The demographics you must have in there are the race and the special populations. These are all special populations. Okay. I think mobility, now that I think about it, those are those who are either use certain types of, they might be handicapped, in other words, and have wheelchairs, or they may be students who have difficulty with mobility. Okay, those are special populations. Okay, so, oops, sorry, I messed that one up. It should be in plain text. Go in here and do plain text, copy, and then I'm pasting in plain text. Okay, it's better because it's aligned that way. So you can remove the last 2 numbers again in here. It's better to view them that way so that you're not confusing people when they're reviewing your data. Okay, so that is the data. Now you want to include here summarizing the test score. So when you go up here, and you can just choose one grade. Okay, and I'm going to choose 3rd grade just because it's the first one there. So you can say test scores 98% of all third graders passed the reading and mathematics section of the STAR. Okay. You can include the third, no, not the third graders. You can include some information on demographics. Okay, so for example, you can go into the specific ethnicities. So you can go in here and say third grade African American students passed. Oh, sorry, it should be 93%. 93%. Okay. Of all third grade African American students passed. Alright, passed reading section of the STAR. Okay. And then you might want to put, and this is a significant number, 100% of third grade African American students passed math. That's very impressive of the STAR. 100%. Okay. You can even look here. This is very interesting. 100% African American, 94% Hispanic, 99% white, and 100% Asian. Those who are 2 or more, 80% for special ed, and then 85% of the economically disadvantaged. So this information is really interesting if you think about it. If you've got a significant number of students who are not passing a certain content of the STAR test, okay, and I'm just making this up. Let's say there were 60% of the white students were not passing math. Then you've got to figure out what could be possibly going wrong or going on concerning this population. Let's say only 50% of the economically disadvantaged students are not passing the math STAR test. So your school is going to need to find ways to give resources for these populations that are not passing, okay, or having lower scores than, let's say, the state level. So those are indications of certain resources that are needed for certain campuses, okay. So from that summary concerning third graders and the STAR test, you can make a conclusion. Okay, third graders are surpassing the STAR tests in reading and math in comparison, surpassing tests in reading and math for this particular campus, okay, for this particular campus in comparison to the state, okay, in comparison to the district and state passing rates, okay, and they are, okay, significantly, the third graders at the school are surpassing the district percentages and the state percentages of passing these areas of the STAR. And those are things you can conclude concerning that one grade and these sections of the STAR test. These are the types of summaries that I'm looking for concerning test data summary. And again, you can also add here, if you have a school where the numbers are really low, then you can draw a conclusion on what resources, okay, what are the types of resources, what are the, and I'm going to add this here, types of resources necessary for certain populations who are struggling to pass this test. Okay. I'm adding that question in there because you may have a elementary school or specific school that has really low scores that you've chosen, and you need to figure out what types of sources. Okay. The school has low scores. Okay, so that's something you want to ask yourself and put in your summary and conclusion of that section. Now you need to find special programs, special education, blah blah. So I need to go on this school's website. Okay, I'm going to look up Pope Elementary through Cypher ISD, and I'm going to look here in this particular website of this school what information I can find concerning Pope. Okay. Okay, so here is, I put in Google Pope Elementary and then clicked on Cypher ISD's Pope Elementary. You want to make sure you're choosing the right city and state, because some of these names are also in different states. Okay, so here is specifically the Pope Elementary website. On this level right here, you're going to go to the district information. So you want to be careful about going to some of these that are not necessarily just for the school. And this is obviously a list of all the schools in the district. About Us is about Pope Elementary. So you can find out about the principal and the information about who they are. They don't have any bios, unfortunately. Some of them do have bios on certain websites. The history of the school, find information about the school. There's the demographics. Okay, school ratings. Oh, it's not letting me get to that. Residential code, and then parent information. Now you can find some About Us. They do have, about the under parents and students, you can get information about gifted and talented. Under parents and students, you can get information about gifted and talented, the Horizons, which is their gifted and talented program. Some of their community programs are on here. You can look at faculty web pages. Okay, faculty have web pages, and you can see here information about each faculty. This will also give you information possibly about some of these special programs. Okay. So this is Cypher ISD. If you go to a different ISD website, they have a different setup. Every ISD has a different setup. Cypher ISD is very generic. Every single school's website is going to look very, very similar. They like continuity and consistency. And the last question here, so you want to find information on the special programs. What you can do for number 3 is you can type the information in here and or attach, okay, add attachments to flyers and information in here. So you can add attachments to that question as well. How involved are the parents? So you want to look at their PTO, if there is a PTO, okay? Parent information. Now they may not give you, here's a parent handbook, they may not give you information about the PTO because some of it is, you have to have like a password to get in. You have to be an actual parent of the school to get into that part of the PTO. So if you don't have that information, then that's okay. You can just put information unavailable. You can put that in there. Some district websites will have that information very clear about their PTO and their involvement. They'll even have their own Facebook page. So you also want to note that in your notes as well. Okay, so you can also see here that I've added in this post how to answer number 3 and how to answer number 4. And I also put